Good morning, humanity.
Good morning.
Yes, sirree. Welcome to Mondays with Bev and Paul. My name's Paul.
And my name's Bev.
Hi, Bev.
Hi, Paul.
It's September 25th, 2017. This is our last Monday of this month. We move right into October.
Goodness, it's going fast.
Yes. Welcome, everybody. So we just want to remind you what we're going to do here today. We're going to share with you how to practice BioTouch. That's the main part of what we want to do here. We're going to review always a part of our manual or our book. Today we're going to choose to go over some of the book.
And let's see. Oh, we would really like to have everybody just take a minute and start a dialogue with us. If you have any questions, Paul and I would really like to start doing that more with you. And the other thing we're going to start doing is to highlight one of our certified practitioners.
So I'm looking down here to see if it's on your phone. So if people have questions, they can. There it is. There. No, that's not it.
That's not it.
It'll
pop up.
It'll pop up sooner or later.
Yeah.
So anyhow, we're going to get it together. We're really trying to figure this out so you can dialogue with us. But who knows? So it's fall time here in Tucson. 48 degrees for the past 2 mornings.
Oh. I so love this time of the year.
I had to put a sweatshirt on to go water this morning.
I know, how wonderful.
I know, so it's a great time of the year. I don't know if you saw the pictures I had. There was a rainbow the other morning.
I did.
The sun is coming, a whole different shadows happening. It's incredible.
I know.
So if you really want a wonderful time of the year, this is the time to be coming to Tucson.
It is.
And we'll just send you pictures from here.
Yeah.
So,
there you go.
All right, so we want to share our DreamCatcher. We have a few photos left, so tell us a little again, remind us.
Yes, our DreamCatcher, and it has been in our center, hanging in our center here in Tucson for, a little over a year. And it was the vision of Lorraine Mills, and she brought together some other people who shared her vision, and they created this beautiful piece of art.
Of which every week we put a photo of someone into the center, and this week we have Nichole Sereno, I think is her how she pronounces it. She's a new recipient, and she had some incredible things going on with her shoulder. They did some operations, and she's already getting results even after just a few sessions.
Oh,
so
wow.
She put her name into the center. She's going to try and take the class with her family. And so welcome Nichole into the center of the DreamCatcher. We're really grateful to have you around.
Yes, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to have you here.
She came here because of her sister who took one of our workshops.
Okay, all right,
Which we're doing a workshop this weekend. No, not this weekend. This
Thursday. It is that time, isn't it?
Which one is it? This is
it's the one on cancer and tumors.
And we have a really special guest this week. We have Donna Martin, who's been with us for years.
No kidding. Years and years.
And she is the manager of Arizona Oncology.
Yep. Yes.
So she is going to come and talk to us about cancer and what's new in that field, and then how things like complementary and alternative therapies like BioTouch can be beneficial.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to that. She's I think she's really going to bring a wonderful message to all of us.
She's always, you said she's always works with her patients up there too. You went there once. And
oh, she's wonderful. I mean, she walks around and she does BioTouch with them and walks around, when they're taking their chemo, and just, she's just a presence.
Real human.
Just wonderful presence there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that'll be Thursday, 6 p.m. here, and we're doing something special this week. We're going to try it, huh? Are you ready?
Oh boy, I don't know.
We're going to live stream our workshop. So the goal is to live stream Bev and my presentation, also the guest that is here. That's usually 15 to 20 minutes. And then we'll continue live streaming as we teach the points. So it's about an hour live stream of all the points. And then when we break up and go into groups, that's when we'll stop. The live stream.
Yeah.
And if you're going to want to go further with it, you can become a member and get that workbook, but you'll already have a good orientation into the particular condition that we work on.
Well, all we can do is try, see how it works for us, but we got to be part of that technology that's going on out there.
So we'll try that, and if you'd like to join us, it'll be 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I guess that is, or Tucson time. So figure it out for your time. And if you like our Facebook page, get notifications, then you'll always get it. Well, theoretically always get it. I'm trying to find where this is on your phone. I don't know how this stuff works, but you'll get it and you can join us. So it's actually, if you're already with us on Facebook, you should have already gotten a notice that we will be doing it. So we're working with another company to help us do that.
Oh, it's exciting.
Yes. So we would like to today read a page from the book. And the book, let me show you the picture of it. There we are. BioTouch, Healing with the Power in Our Fingertips. We have Deborah Schildhaus's picture there. And we always like to read a little bit from a different chapter. So let's read. This is what chapter?
Chapter 10.
Chapter 10.
It's called BioTouches Born.
Okay.
So Deborah begins by saying, when I saw Paul again, I said, at the end of last week's interview, you realized you were ready to jump in with both feet to really get involved in the healing technique. You had Cheryl's support and grandfather's blessing. What did you do next? Paul settled himself comfortably on the couch. Well, Norman and Carol mentioned that they wanted to move to Oregon someday, he answered. They dreamed of setting up a training center there to teach people the healing technique. But I couldn't see the point in waiting until someday to do it. I was anxious to get started. I asked if they would let Cheryl and me help them start teaching right away. Carol smiled at me as she shook her head. She said that when she first met me in her kitchen almost a year before, she wondered who that hippie was and what he wanted. Now she knew. She said I obviously came into their lives to be their nudge, to goad them into starting their training center earlier than what they had planned.
The nudge. The nudge. The nudge.
The nudge.
So interesting, because how I was frustrated back then. It's like, oh no, we need to get this out there now, and it's been almost 30 years, and there's still this little frustration and this little part in me that keeps nudging me forward. You got to get this out there to people.
And the frustration's kind of like, it's taken a little bit different turn, because 30 years ago your frustration was, oh my gosh, I see this so clearly that this is here to help humanity, let's just do it right now. Now 30 years later you're like, oh my gosh, not enough of humanity is embracing this yet. And that sets up a whole different scenario.
So I gave a presentation yesterday to an ostomy group. And if you don't know what ostomy is, it's the people who have a bag. Ostomy is the bag for a colostomy. They do it with the ileostomy. There's actually one for a urine bag. Also stomas, the little holes that you feed people with. And so there's a whole support group here, and there were 40 people at this presentation.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow.
And here's the most interesting part of the presentation. The woman who brought me, Lori, the first thing she said to me afterwards was, I can't believe you got everybody to touch each other. There were 40 people there, and they all reached over and just touched each other, like on the neck or the arm, and then we actually practiced the greeting and the next set, and she just was dumbfounded. And I was just like, wow, what an interesting thing to be blown away by.
Yeah. Well, when you say that, I have to remember that, in many societies, this one included, that touching has become kind of a sensitive area. We've got kind of a phobia about touching each other, which I think is one of the things that we're here to try to, really talk humanity through, is touching is natural. It's natural to touch each other.
And it's natural to let the body correct a problem. One of the things in this group that I really came to realize was a lot of these people were dependent on a medical system that they felt frustrated with. It had helped them. When I first started and I said it's our birthright to be healthy, happy, and loved, I let us all know, even though we might have physical ailments, we might have a bag, or we might have a cancer or a tumor, the healthy that is our right is to live in health with whatever problems the bodies are going through, and yet to be able to take responsibility to move forward and help the body correct these problems.
Which is one of our frustrations too, because we have been, I'll use the word programmed so much to think that the only choice that we have when we are experiencing a crisis or a condition is to go to the medical field, the allopathic medical field. And the truth is, things like BioTouch, modalities like BioTouch are coming in more and more to offer all of us a different way. There's these choices, and in that gives us hope. I think for me, that's the one thing about BioTouch that I'm really beginning to appreciate, that BioTouch can offer us hope, that it's not just cut and dry. It's not that you get sick and then you have no choices. You have to go to some allopathic doctor and then take pills and drug out, whatever. There are other ways of claiming your power back. This is one of the things that has happened. We don't remember that we have the power in our own lives. The body's magical.
And one of the people there was skeptical, and he said, "Oh, they've already debunked this kind of stuff." And I said, I'm skeptical too. I find it very difficult to believe that when somebody comes in with another problem, that this is going to work. And yet, part of my presentation moved into a whole sense of, does it really matter if science has proven this to work? When we work on people and people feel relief, or they feel a sense of well-being, or they have a little bit less pain, even if it's for a few hours, does it really matter if science has proven that? If somebody feels that, that's good enough.
Well, that's the proof right there.
Right. But that's not good enough in the scientific community, theoretically.
That's right. But we're dealing with a complementary,
right,
integrative.
And that's the key for everybody. And I told everybody there, you're all part of a system that's helped you for so long, but now a lot of them were frustrated. They were afraid to do physical therapy. They were afraid they were going to hurt themselves. They couldn't get answers. Their muscle tone, after their operations sort of deteriorates, and I just said, there is a possibility. This body-mind connection, the body can create a reversal of problems. And we used the example of Anita Moorjani, who had stage 4 cancer. All her organs were shutting down, and she died and came back to life. And within 24 hours, she was cancer-free, and every organ was working perfectly. Now, call it a miracle, call it whatever you want. It just shows there's a possibility.
Yeah.
There's a possibility.
Yeah. Right. That's what we're saying.
Yes.
That especially in this time of such pain and suffering on our planet, there are things that are coming back through, that are being offered. If the word is put out and enough people can get the message. BioTouch is one of those messages that we have forgotten. It's here to remind us the healing is already present in the body. And BioTouch is one of those ways in which it can communicate again and link up the mind-body connection.
Right, to activate that healing that's already trying to happen, and give it an opportunity to unfold. And I also showed them the stress cycle.
Oh, that's such a great chart.
Yeah, that done by a doctor, Dr. Kenneth Stevenson, in Texas. And she showed all the stressors in our life above the chart, which creates a chronic stress. And that moves into a cortisol dysregulation, immune dysregulation, which gives us all these diseases that we're finding, the dementia, cardiovascular disease,
autoimmune diseases,
infections, benign tumors, mood disorders, and then the digestive system doesn't work. And how Kenna showed, not just with the questionnaires, but with blood spot testing and saliva testing and actually DNA testing, there was an improvement with our circadian rhythms, a cortisol release, which improved our quality of life. Kenna always said, I can do a lot to improve your length of life. I can't do anything for your quality. And she found BioTouch improved the quality of life and also did an increase in interleukin-12 levels, which improved immune functions. And so, just in that, giving people that hope that there's an opportunity for the body to actually create health and happiness. And when I went around the room with everybody and I said, it's just about, and we talk about it all the time, an expression of love that allows the body to heal itself. Just a moment. And then having them touch one another. This one woman came up to me, she was like, oh my God, no one has ever told me this.
It's almost like we get to pause. We get to pause with BioTouch. Just in that moment, we're just pausing and being present enough to register in our minds that, oh, this is another way. This is filled with possibilities that can change my way of looking at my body and my whole life. And we've seen that happen because people will change their diets, or they'll, be told that one of their drugs is not necessary anymore. Or there's just very definite physical results from this over time.
So again, one of the things we always want to make sure you walk away with from these shows is how to do it. So today we're going to show you the Metabolism Set, and here we go.
The Metabolism Set can be used to help the body assimilate what it needs and eliminate what it doesn't need. The Metabolism Set has 2 steps. Step 1 involves touching points in matching fire along the large muscles on the front of the neck. Points 1 and 1 are located above the collarbone in the soft indentations on both sides of the notch at the top of the breastbone. Points 2 and 2 are halfway up the neck on the front of the large muscles. Points 3 and 3 are at the top of the neck on the front of the large muscles. The second step involves holding a point on the front of the body and touching points next to the spine on the back. Hold point X on the front of the body is on a line directly between where the nipples would be on a youth and is 1 to 2 inches to the left of the breastbone.
Well, once again, so let's see. Once again, we had a problem. This is Michaela, but I don't think we've got any sound coming through here. So let's see. Yeah, we have sound. So this is Michaela.
Yeah.
She is our German certified practitioner, and we just wanted to let you know about her because the manual is in German. And the DVD just came out in German.
And the book. All 3
are in German. And so she has how many classes set up already?
I don't know, but she's just on fire in Germany, isn't she?
Oh, yeah. She's doing amazing. Yeah. So Michaela, our German, she's actually the first certified practitioner who became authorized to teach the practitioner training. So she's just going gangbusters over there. And
that's exciting for us, all of us, for the foundation.
And she actually was telling me the way you get the manual and the DVD and the book are all in the bookstores. It's not having to go to some special website. They're all in the bookstore. So
that's great.
Things are really happening with Michaela. Michaela, thank you so much for everything that you're doing out there. So, we've had some technical glitches again this morning. But we do appreciate you letting us into your home and onto your computer or your phone. We also want to remind you the book is available on our website on Amazon. Isn't that a beautiful picture?
I like that picture.
Anne is back in town, so if you'd like to meet her and ask her about her experiences in Hawaii, she had quite the experiences.
She did, didn't she?
So again, we want to thank you so much. We hope that you are becoming inspired by these shows as much as we are.
Right.
Even with our technical glitches.
I know. Well, we're working with it.
We're working.
Yep.
Join us Thursday, 6 p.m. for a live broadcast of our workshop on cancers and tumors. We'll teach you the points. And Bev, we did it again.
Yes, we did, Paul.
Thank you, Bev.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Thanks.
thank you, everyone.
Have a glorious week, everyone.
Yes, sir.